What's happening, good people? Welcome to the channel. I'm Wes, aka Mr. Budget Watch, and today, as you've seen by the title, I'm going to be showing you 3 amazing Casios that you can pick up for under £30, and also stay tuned for the end for a bonus pick as well. So all these ones are digital. Let's get into it, and we're actually going to start off with the cheapest first. So you've seen my video I recently did on this F91W, that will be linked up there if you want to check it out, on its history and why it's such a, an iconic and popular watch. So this one is my first pick. This one can be picked up for under £10, and it is an incredible little watch. It's, in my opinion, the ultimate everyday beater watch. Under £10, it's quite tough actually, surprisingly. More water resistant than, the really poor water resistance actually states, and it's just a cracking watch. It's super comfortable and really awesome little watch. I think everyone should at least have one of these in their collection. I actually have 2. You can see one of them, the original, and this is the one I actually modified. There is one little downside to this, which I fixed in that video, and yes, I know they're not the same time. I forgot to sync them all up. Apologies for that. But anyway, so this one is modified. You can see the video on that thing. I'll link that up there. And this one is just original. So there is one little drawback to this watch, and that is the illumination. It's abysmal, which is why I modded one, which I'm wearing today, and made it better. So you can check that out if you want. But yes, for under £10, this thing is it's just iconic. It's a movie star watch. If you've not seen my other video, it's featured in more movies than I actually knew. It's been in TV. It's been worn by Barack Obama and some other pretty famous people as well. So yeah, such a cool and iconic watch for, under £10. I mean, can you really say that about much else, being this iconic for this price? I don't really think there is many things that has the status of this watch for the same money. I mean, you could prove me wrong, but I think you're going to be hard pushed to. I mean, yes, it's not perfect. I mean, the strap isn't the best, which is why I've got mine on an upgraded silicone one. But you can't expect everything for, £10 or less. I mean, it's really simple, really functional. You've got your alarm, your stopwatch, and then, your regular time, which you can adjust. And then if you press and hold this, you should see the little Casio Easter egg. And there you go. And that lets you know that, it's Casio. Some fakes actually do that as well. So you just have to be a bit careful and just buy from, retailers that you trust. But yeah, it's such a cracking little watch for, £10 or even less. I've seen it on places for like under £10 quite regularly. Especially I've seen it on sale as well for like as little as £7 in some places. So yeah, it's just a cracking, little watch for the price point. I just, it's so much bang for your buck is the best way I can put it. And I don't think, you're going to really beat that. For 10 quid, I think it's probably the best watch you can buy. So moving up in price a little bit, we have another icon. So this is the Casio calculator watch. I actually got this for Christmas. My little sister bought it for me, and I've always wanted one of these, by the way. We couldn't afford one when I was younger, but yeah, obviously now they're really affordable and obtainable. But back then, we just didn't have the resources for one. But she actually got me this really stealthy black one. It's a little bit hard to read, mind you, in some lighting situations because of the, negative display and the all black. But I just wanted it because I think it's the coolest one in my opinion. Yes, it's not the most easy to read, but there are plenty of other colourways as well. You can get the one which has the same sort of display as the F91W. You can also get white. I think they do a red, a blue, a green. Obviously this black one. But yeah, it's such an iconic little watch. Yes, it's not perfect. I mean, it's a little bit hard to use. The button to adjust things is really recessed, so you sort of have to turn the watch over and get your fingernail in. It's not the easiest to use. The calculator is quite difficult to use as well because the buttons are so small. But once you actually know how to use it, it's actually really easy to get on with. It's got way more functions than, of course, the little F91W. If you just roll through it here, You can see we've got your calculator, an alarm, dual time, stopwatch, and then back to your regular time. So yeah, it's way more functional than the F91W, but then it is sort of more than double. I think you can pick these up for around £20 plus, which is still an absolute cracking buy. The strap is a little bit better quality as well. The the material is much nicer than the F91W. It's much more comfortable because of it. And yeah, it's such a nice little watch. Really easy to keep maintaining as well. You can just see what the buttons do right there, if you can see that. Screw-in case back, all brushed, and it's just a cracking little watch. It's super comfortable as well. Yeah, you can see, just how nice it fits, on my slim wrist. So if you've got really slender wrists like myself, this will actually fit you perfectly fine. But it'll also fit guys with thicker wrists as well, which is something you can't really say for this one, just given its size. It's a little bit small compared to this one. So if you've got really thick wrists, this one might be a little bit harder to pull off. Whereas this one, it can be worn on thinner wrists and thicker wrists as well, because it is a little bit bigger. And such an iconic and cool watch. And I'd definitely pick one of these up if you haven't already. I mean, it's a classic, it's an icon, and it's also not this particular one, but this style of watch is also a movie star watch as well. So that's really nice to see. And then last up on this list is the most premium. I like to call this one the posh F91W, because it's essentially a posher version of this. I mean, if you look at it, it's basically, this says wearing sportswear. This is more sort of a fancy suit, if you like to say that. And it's basically, I think, the exact same module as the F91W. So it's got all the same functions. So you see alarm, stopwatch, and then your time. That is pretty much it. The only thing that's been upgraded by this is obviously the case. It's got a metallic finish. It's not metal, mind you, though. It's still resin, but it's got a plating on it. Or is it just coloured? I can't exactly remember. But yeah, it's just a little bit fancier. This is not the stock strap, by the way. It comes on this really awful bracelet. That just went straight in the bin. And I ended up putting it on this 18mm Milanese from AliExpress. Much more comfortable on this watch. And I think it actually looks kind of cool as well on this one. I mean, the other one suits it better, I will admit, than this Milanese does. But this is just so much more comfortable. And much better built than the Thinger. Just think, I mean, you can pick these up for £3, and it's so much nicer to wear. Also, this gets an upgraded illumination as well over the F91W. It's got a much stronger backlight. Hang on, if I just turn my light off, oh, you can actually see, and I'll show you. So now it is actually pitch black. But if I do this, oh, hang on. My camera focus, you can just see, I mean, it's obviously hard to capture because my camera is thingy, but you can see it's a lot brighter. I'll actually put up some B-roll and get you a proper shot of it, because it is way brighter than the F91W. And I don't know why Casio didn't make this just a little couple of quid more expensive and give it a better backlight. But then again, you probably wouldn't be inclined to buy something like this then. So I think Casio have probably been a bit snidey about that, and made you spend that little bit more if you want a better backlight. There are plenty of ways you can actually mod these to get a better backlight, and I'm going to plug one of my own videos. You can actually see my mod video where I improved the backlight on this one, which I'm actually wearing today. That's my modded version. But yeah, so this one, cracking little watch as well. It's better built than the F91W. It's more premium feeling, all the same functionality, really nice. We'll note though that the finish does scratch quite easily. You can just see there from wearing it, I'd have picked up a big scratch. And as far as I'm aware, you can't really fix it all that easily either. So there is that. But yeah, this one, it's really cool. And it's basically, if you don't like the F91W and want something a little bit more premium looking, this or the A150A is something you want to consider. So let's just show you all my offerings side by side. And there is the trio under £30. So now we did actually say that we do have a bonus pick. I don't have that one with me at this current moment in time, but it is the Casio MRW200H. I did a review on it. It was lent in by Troy, the Bald Watch Collector. His channel will be linked down in the description as well. Really cool guy. Does some great content, and he actually loaned it in to review, and I would pick that as my next sort of bonus pick. So if you're not a fan of digital watches but yet you still want an affordable Casio Beta watch, then that is something I'd really consider. It's legible, it's well made, really affordable obviously, so if it breaks it's not going to cost you an arm and a leg to replace it. And I can definitely recommend checking out my review. I'll link that in the description as well if you've not seen that already. And that is my bonus pick if you don't want a digital offering from Casio and want an analog one instead. So that is it, guys. There are my top 3 picks for under £30 that you can get from Casio. Hope you've enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching the video. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any uploads. And of course, follow me on social media at Mr. Budget Watch. Thanks again. I'll see you soon.